Hey there everyone, my name is Atesh and in this video we're going to talk about creating an app icon. Now although we are into the iOS series, iOS 13 specifically, but this guideline of how to create an app icon is going to be absolutely followable in the Android world as well. If you want to create icons for the Android, this is the video that you should be watching up. So first foremost, let's go ahead and see what we have done so far. So far we have created a simple application on which first and foremost we see a text label with my name Hitesh, and we click on a button, it just changes it to my surname, which is Chaudhary. So what we're going to do now is we want to craft this application to almost at a complete stage, and one of the basic element of crafting a complete application is having an app icon. So next up, let's design an app icon. I can assume that most of you might not be familiar with the design world as well, but don't worry, by the end of watching this entire video series, I'll make you enough good so that you can play around with a little bit of the design. So where do we keep all these designs? Go to the assets.xact folder or the place, and you can see the app icon is here. Now you can see a whole lot of app icons here. If you notice very closely, it says variety of different sizes of icons, 40 by 40 pixel, 60 by 60 pixels. Moving further at the bottom here, we can see 76, 120. So yes, there is a whole different range of app icons. Now, although if you'll ask any designer, he's going to openly say that yes, these are variety of different sizes, but the app icon should be just one. It should be a replica of one design into variety of things. So how do we create this icon? First and foremost, the piece of software that we are going to be using, if you're onto the Adobe Cloud subscription, even the free one, you can go ahead and open up Adobe Xd. It's a free piece of software that comes up by just creating an account on Adobe, so I highly recommend to use that. In case you're using any other software, Sketch or anything, that's okay too. I'm going to simply walk you through with some of the tricks that we are having. So now that we can just close that, once we have actually created the icons, we can just drag and drop them on the appropriate places. So I'm going to just close this up here. Now, this is the first time that you'll be reading some of the documentation, and don't worry, you don't need to read all the documentation at once. Wherever the documentation are necessary and are readable at the point of even the coding part, I'll walk you through and I'll give you it as an assignment. First and foremost, we are gonna just go onto the Google and type HIG, the Human Interface Guideline, and search for the app icon. It's just available at here in the icons and images. So here's the big point. In the world of Apple, whenever you design an app, it's very important for Apple that you keep in mind all the design guidelines. I have seen many apps being rejected just for the design basis. If your text is even too small, or if your colors are like too much of not so good, then also Apple sometime actually don't allow to publish your app. So this is very important to have an idea about the HIG, Human Interface Guideline. So what you have to do as an assignment is click on this app icon, and this is the one documentation, not very big, not very big. You have to simply go ahead and read this documentation section up here. So this is the one thing that you have to read, and I'll point out your attention onto some of the important aspect up here. First and foremost, here is the line that I want to explicitly mention. Do not include photos, screenshot, or interface element. Now, here is a point that you need to understand. This device, this phone, is very small, and the app icons on this phone is very small. Everybody is struggling to get some space on this phone. So your app icon should be something which stands out, is not very cluttery, and can stand out on your brand. So we're going to create one such icon without having too much knowledge of the design as well. So this is the basic thing, and in case you click on the color, Apple also gives you some idea about the color schemes and what should be used, what are the system default faults. It's a really great documentation that you can actually walk around. So right now you don't need to go like in too much of the depth. All you have to do is go into the app icon and click on the app icon and read this documentation. That's pretty much it. Okay. Now that this part is clear up, you can also see some of the app icons by the Apple up here. There is another website that I would like to go and walk you through there. Now, although there is no shortage of such websites, I'm going to go for App Icon Generator. So you can see there is a lot of websites up here, appicon.co, but my favorite one, which I happen to use many times, is makeappicon.com. I've been using this for a really long time. What they ask you is to give you just one file, and then simply you can download the app icons for a variety of different platforms, iOS, Apple Watch, a whole bunch of things. Now for the best image results, they also say that you have to go ahead and look for 1536 by 1536 pixels of the size. Here is a trick. you don't need to go specifically for this size. All they ask you for is it should be square, and anything above 1024 is going to work absolutely fine. Okay, there is one more thing I would like to mention up here, and that is keep icons corner square. This is the one mistake that a whole lot of people does. In the world of app icons, you don't need to actually make rounded corners. Look at here on the apps. They are rounded, but you don't need to actually design that way. Apple automatically does that. You need to provide just the square icons. So that's one good thing. So now let's go ahead and try to design a very simplistic one. So we're going to go ahead and open up our Adobe Xd. In the Adobe Xd, in the custom size, just write 1024 by 1024 and hit enter. And there we go, we got it. Now in case you are not getting that, all you can do again is, in case this is not working for you, you can press A on your keyboard, and that means artboard. Just drag and drop anything up here, and then you can change your height and width from here as well. I'm gonna go for 1024 by 1024. Anything square is actually fine up here, and you can work on that artboard. Okay, now since we're not talking much about the design, but still, since we are going to be creating so many of the apps here, I highly recommend you to create some of the creative icons for almost any app that you are going to be creating. For most of them, I'm going to walk you through with some of the design aspect. So hold down R on your keyboard, just press it once, and then it will turn into a rectangle tool. So go ahead and create a rectangle all the way up here onto the entire artboard, and we're gonna just finish it up. There we go, and make sure the borders are touching up. There we go. Now I don't like the borders here. I will like to just have a fill color. I'm gonna go for a little bit onto the purplish side, and again you can choose any of the color that you like. I would like to have a little bit brighter side. So the color that I came up with is AA3DCB. Okay, that's great. Nice to get started up here. Press escape here and we're all good to go. Now I'm going to press R again on my keyboard to have a rectangle tool again. Now since we are creating an app for Hello World, I think the H word is going to be absolutely solidify here to make our app stand out. Now surely I can just press T and can have a big H up here, a capital H. I'm going to select it by Control A or Command A, and we can just bump the font to something like maybe 200, and can turn this fill onto something white, and we can even bump this up a little bit more. Like when I press escape, I can just bump this up a little bit. Surely that is going to do the job for us right now, but I want a little bit more creative up here. So I'm going to just select this, press V on your keyboard. I'm going to select this and I'm going to remove that. We want to create an H, but it should be moreover like a logo for us. So I'm going to press R on my keyboard for a rectangle, and I'm going to just draw a basic simple rectangle up here. Not too big, and I think this is good enough. The width is 137 and height is 645. I'll make that a little bit easier to remember. I'm going to go for 140 so that we can have a little bit aesthetics going up here. Now go ahead and drag this corner radius up here to all the way up inside so that it looks like we're having all the way good up here. Now this looks a little bit shorter to me, so I'm going to just go ahead and expand that a little bit. Probably something like to 750. Okay, 750 is just fine for me. Okay, this looks good, but we want to be a little bit more creative. So go ahead and double click, just press V first and just double click on anywhere onto the corner. This will turn this edge or this rectangle into some vector art, and now we can turn on that. So what I'm going to do is just take this handle, extend that a little bit and onto the downside. So we are getting a little bit of a notchy kind of a thing. Make sure whenever you're happy, you can just release that. So this is my icon. So I'm going to press escape key here and escape again. So this is my H. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink this a little bit because I think this is too much of the width. So I'm going to go ahead something to like 120 is fine. So 120 is good. Now go ahead, hold down your Option key, and we're going to just drag and drop this guy up here. A little bit up here. Now make sure they are all aligned, and we're going to just shrink them up there. Okay, this looks nice. Now I'm going to press it again. Hold down your Option key and press it one more time so that we get a duplicate again. And now what I'm going to do is make sure you go up here. Instead of the 0 degree, I want to make it 90 degrees. Hit enter, and there we go. So we got this into the horizontal format, and we're going to go up here. I'm going to move this a little bit up here so that this looks nice. Okay, now I'm going to remove the border for all of them. I really don't like border for any one of them. And there we go. So this is a quick icon that we were able to create very quickly. In case you want it to be a little bit more bigger than that, because the bottom line, so there we go. You can just play around. Now, surely any designer would recommend you to get some of these guidelines from here at the top so that it should be equally from the top, equally from the bottom. And surely you can go ahead and grab these lines. But I think we can talk about them later on in some series of the design. But I think this is far more better than having a simple edge up here. This looks much more cool. And by the way, I'm going to just get rid of these lines. And there we go. Okay, so this logo looks really nice, but there is one more thing we want to do. Go ahead, click on that, press down your shift key so that you can select all of these layers. Make sure all of your paths are being selected, and now we are going to click on this icon, which is going to merge that into one single image. So there we go. This is a good practice to do so. Now we are going to select this one, and I'm going to move that to the center of this entire image up here. There we go. It's not going to definitely win any design award of 2020, but within a few quick moments, we were able to design this. This proves the design is not really tough. You just have to give it a try. There we go. Now all we have to do is simply just rename this artboard to something like app-icon. It's always a good practice to name your artboards really nicely and neatly. So go ahead and you don't need to just round these corners, although you can here, but there is no need. We just read that in the guidelines and the documentation that we don't need to do them. So all you have to do is go ahead and export that. In order to export, all you have to do is press Command E to export that, and there we go. Now, although it allows us to export these designs specifically for iOS, notice it's going to say designed in 1x, 2x, and 3x. But what I would recommend you to do is go ahead and click on the design only, and we are going to place that on the desktop. So there we go. We are going to place this app icon, and there we go. So our nice and easy app icon is available up here, which looks pretty good for a very start of the Hello World app. And now I can just save that quickly, and I would like to save that as hello-world. That's actually good. You can save it on my cloud, no problem. You can save it on your desktop as well. And there we go. Now I'm going to minimize this one up here. Let's go to app icon generator. By the way, you can choose any of the app icon generator that you would like. Go ahead and drag and drop this up here, and that's all you need to do. Now it's going to bake up all these icons. It's going to send all of these things onto your email. So that's one thing, but in the other such application, sometimes they directly allows you to download the stuff. So let's wait for a few seconds. So now some of the information, it says, what's the name of your app? I'm going to say optional, so I'm going to just hit the next. What category it is? I am going to say it's for education, maybe. And next, and then it's some of the datings. I don't really need that information. Now let's wait, and there we go. We can see that it includes icons for a watch, unnecessary if you don't need that, and subscribe to our newsletter. So you can check mark that or uncheck. And notice here, it gives you a preview of how your app is going to look like. And I'm going to say that it looks pretty dope. And there we go. It's going to give you. And surely, similarly, you can get your icons for the Android world as well. Right now, I'm interested in iOS only. Now, all you have to do is enter your email, and you simply have to go ahead and grab that. So let's give it an email up here, and we are going to grab these icons. Okay, so now my app icons has been generated. I'm going to simply minimize this one, and we'll fire up my Xcode to launch our first Hello World app. There we go. And these icons are actually on my desktop. I'm going to just unzip that and see what I'm going to get into these folders. So let's quickly go ahead and open that up, and we can have this full screen up here. And where are those icons? Okay, there we go. And it gives me icon for Android, iMessenger, and iOS. I'm interested in iOS only, and there we go. It gives you icons for entire app assets, but also gives you icon for the iTunes artwork and a couple of others as well. I'm interested in these app icons here. So we can see that some of the app icons are having 20 pixels, 1x, 20 pixel, and something like that. But there is an easier way of handling this situation. So what I can do is I can just come up here, and I'm going to copy this icon. I'm going to press Command C to copy this one. Go onto my desktop where my exercise files are. Go into my first app. Go into another my first app. And then we can see this folder is up here. So I can just paste this up here, and it should replace this app icon. No, this is not going to accidentally place it at the wrong place. Command Z. We're gonna go up here, and now we're gonna paste that up here. And yes, I want to replace this one. Now we can see some of the app icons are actually here, which are not necessary, that we don't need to have them. So you can just go ahead and delete them. We don't need them. Unnecessary warning signs. Surely you know how to design these icons, and yes, of course, it's always a better idea to have these icons. Now one icon is still missing up, which is 1024 by 1024, and that's why we have designed this actually in the 1024 by 1024. So there we go. Looks pretty decent. So now I want to check out how my app icon looks on a real iPhone. So I'm going to just hit that run button and would like to see how this all is playing out on a real device, or not a real device, a simulator. Okay, so here I can see on a device that this is my app icon and how it looks like. Surely we have done pretty decent job in designing the app icon, which definitely stands out and can define your brand of Hello World quite nicely. Now, was this a perfect way of doing the things? No, not at all. I would highly recommend you to try out all these sizes, and definitely there are a lot of other plugins that can do this stuff, but I have shown you the easiest way of handling the situation. Surely don't stop just here. Go ahead, explore other websites which can do this basic stuff. But the good news is now you know how to handle Adobe Xd a little bit and how to craft these such awesome icons just for you. And we haven't used any third-party resources. And we'll be doing similar stuff for other applications as well, so that we can actually make an app which actually looks decent and is working as well. So that's it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and don't forget to tag me on Instagram if you're creating any such app icon. I would love to know that. My username is Hitesh Chaudhary Official. If you're following up along, I would love to know that what you are making up with this small knowledge of Adobe Xd. So that's it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and let's move on to the next one.